Well, let's talk health matters now. Well, if you think hypertension or high blood pressure develops only in old folks, then you may need to have a rethink, because health experts say rising cases of cardiovascular diseases occur in adolescents and teenagers. Well, 29th of September every year is marked as World Heart Day, and this year's theme is Use Heart for Action. And joining me now for more on this is an occupational therapist, Victoria Amu. Good to have you on the news at this time. So yes, I'm particularly concerned about adolescents and teenagers contracting heart diseases. Could you give us a bit of an insight on what causes heart diseases, especially among young adults?
Okay, thank you very much for inviting me. I'm excited because today we give our viewers the opportunity to understand the dangers of cardiovascular diseases. And for teenagers that you have highlighted, everybody must first of all know what the heart is. The heart is about the size of our fist. The heart weighs about 300 to 400 grams. It's a very vital organ, and the muscles of the heart pumps blood into all the parts of the body. The blood pumps provides us nutrients and the needed energy to function, and carbon dioxide and all the waste that we don't, and it helps maintain blood pressure. For adolescents who come under the attack of high blood pressure, that is persons between 25 years and older, it's because they have something called coronary artery disease, CAD. This is the most cost. This is the thing that causes heart attack, especially in young persons or persons older than 40 for men and persons older than 55 for women. What usually happens is that one or more of the arteries are blocked. It usually is cholesterol containing deposits that is called plaque that narrows the arteries. Arteries are like pipes. When the pipes are torus, you know, when you have a pipe and you say water is not passing by, there are food stuff all around it. Those are what's called plaques. And it reduces blood flow to the heart. Not only to the heart, to all the organs of the body. So when you have young teenagers who smoke, who don't eat healthy, who eat late nights, because you have a lot of young people who smoke shisha, and that's what they call it. Some smoke Indian hemp, you know, some smoke cocaine. Those are the things that precipitate persons having heart attack. So when you smoke, when you drink a lot, when you even if you don't smoke, you are around secondhand smoke, you are in university, your roommate smokes a lot, you are predisposed to it. You eat late at night, you wake up eating, you eat sweet things, you don't take care of yourself, you come down with a coronary artery disease. And what are the signs that you see? Everybody should know this. There are 5 classical signs that you should never ignore. One is chest pain. When somebody says, oh, I have chest pain. Or some people will say, oh, it's indigestion. My meal is not coming down. I have heartburn. You must know the difference between a heartburn and a chest pain. Then number 2 is shortness of breath. You should not have shortness of breath at any time. When you see these symptoms, you should be wary. Then number 3 is heart palpitation. Heart palpitation is you are sitting down and all of a sudden you can hear your heart moving, racing. You must be wary. Then there is loss of consciousness and dizziness. So when you engage in all of these habits, you must experience one of these things that I have listed, one of these 5 symptoms that you must not ignore.
Right, indeed. Well said about the lifestyles we must adopt to encourage having a healthy heart. But let's also get your assessment on the management of heart diseases in Nigeria, especially as we understand that the CVDs make up about 11% of deaths of non-communicable diseases in Nigeria. What's your assessment on how we've managed this kind of disease so far in our country?
It's not managed properly. both from the individual perspective and from government perspective. Individual perspective, let me start the management. Most people do not know what a normal high blood pressure is. Do you know? Most people in Nigeria don't know. Most people don't know that a normal high blood pressure is 120/80. And if your blood pressure is over 120/80, you must start to be concerned. Most people don't also know what cholesterol levels are or cholesterol tests are all about. You should not have cholesterol levels more than 200. When you start having cholesterol levels more than 200, that means your triglycerides are high and your good and bad cholesterol are getting affected. Then you must also know your glucose levels. As individuals, even as students, maybe medical students will have an idea of all of this, but regular students don't even know that you must also monitor your glucose level. Somebody who eats late at night, somebody who drinks excessively, somebody who smokes, your glucose level will be on rampage. Then you must also be able to observe your heart palpitation. So those are the things that individuals themselves do not know. They have not come to know it because the government does not mandate yearly checkups for its staff. So nobody sits down and say, oh, for me to be able to work the next year, my office needs a yearly examination from the doctor. It is when you are able to do yearly examinations that you go to the doctor and the doctor will say, your blood level was high. Your blood pressure was high. Your blood pressure is 145/90, 145/100. It's not normal. Your cholesterol level is high. Then government need to put policies in place, health insurances for people, health insurances for staff, and mandate them to be able to have regular checks.
Right.
So I think these things not in place makes it a challenge for individuals to prevent heart disease.
Occupational therapist Victoria Amu, thank you so much for your insights on the news at 4 this evening.
You're welcome.